Hello there everyone, what is going on? This is Stenodux, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get the Galarian Legendary Birds in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I want you guys real quick to take mental note of this icon that I'm pointing at right here, to fly where this arrow is pointing. This is exactly where you need to fly in order for me to show you the route in which to get to the tree where we can actually unlock the birds. So once you make your way there, you're going to make your way this route that I'm taking. You are going to go through this narrow path to what brings you to what looks like to be a river. Once you get to this river, you're just going to carry it the way down until you reach the tree, which you guys will see me do right now. As you can see, we're close to the tree, and basically where I'm going to be taking you is just a way to get around to the tree. Alright, when you're here, you're going to see this cutscene, where we're going to be seeing a Galarian Zapdos. I'm sorry, I believe it starts with Galarian Moltres, picking out one of the fruits from this tree. Okay, so we see Galarian Moltres coming in, enjoying a delectable fruit. And that's when this Galarian Zapdos decides to run in from nowhere. And he's like, "Oh, let me get a chomp at you." And Moltres like, "Nah, man, this is my fruit tree. Get out of here." And he's like, "Oh, well, I don't really care what you got to say." And I'm like, "Ah." So then they start fighting. You know, they're being bad brothers. And then the older brother Articuno's just like, "Yo, chill out, man. You guys gotta relax." And then they're like, "Oh wow, maybe we do gotta relax." Or what we can do is just scatter all around the Galarian region, the Galar region, and we'll just make this guy find us to catch us, which is exactly what I'm gonna be showing you guys for the rest of this video. So yeah, you guys are gonna see they're gonna disperse. You see Zapdos running. I actually really love Zapdos' design now. Might be one of my favorites. But in any case, once that cutscene ends, I guess another cutscene begins, and basically we're going to be talking to Peony, and he's basically going to be explaining the whole deal with the Galarian birds and how we ended up finding them, and he's going to just go into that spiel. And basically what he's doing now is he's telling us where each of the Galarian birds are located. So Zapdos is in the wild area in the main base game, whereas Galarian Moltres is actually in the Isle of Armor, and as for Galarian Articuno, he is actually in the Crown Tundra. So I'm going to be going in order from the ones that I have stated, starting with Zapdos, and you guys are going to see him next. So this method for Zapdos isn't too tricky, it's just a matter of actually doing this correctly. So as you can see, I spawned myself in the wild area, and Zapdos will always spawn in this area so long as you can reset the spawns by, flying back and forth between different areas in the wild area. Now, the reason why you do this is because you want to reset their location, and this is exactly what you want to do for each of the Galarian birds. But we're going to go in order, and we're only going to be working on Zapdos right now. So as you can see, Zapdos is very, very, very fast on the ground, and he's just going to keep running. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to cut him off. As you can see, like I'm kind of just not chasing him directly, but kind of finding a route to the side of him that I can kind of just kind of get to the side of him and try to cut him off as he's running. You can see I'm having a little trouble. I'm trying to walk here because I'm like, maybe walking along to him will actually make a difference, but you'll see that he actually will get startled from the walking anyway, and he'll still run away from you. And once I see that he does that, I'm like, oh, let me get back on my bike and start chasing this guy again. You can see I'm getting a little more terrain. I'm getting a little more of an advantage on him. Cutting around through these trees as he's cutting around the long way. And this is where I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And I start boosting forward, and voila, I run into the Zapdos. Now I did not catch him because I'm going to work on that later, but I wanted to show it for the video, so that at the very least is how you get Galarian Zapdos. Next I'm going to be showing you how to get Galarian Moltres. Alright, Galarian Moltres isn't too tricky. I would say he's actually the easiest. Spawn at the wild area at the very front where you get into the Isle of Armor, and you're going to be seeing him spawn there. Now, immediately what we want to do, and this worked 5 out of 5 times when I tried this. You're going to go back to the town map once he flies away a little bit further, and you're going to spawn yourself at the Fields of Honor dojo. Once you fly to the dojo, you're going to immediately turn your camera around so you can see where Moltres is going. And you're going to see that he actually, got a little bit further. You can actually just chill here, and he'll actually come right to you. Once he sees you, he'll attack you, and you don't have to worry about doing anything else, and that's what makes him quite possibly the easiest of these 3 to get. But what takes the cake for the hardest one to get definitely has to go to Galarian Articuno, which we'll be seeing in a sec. So, Galarian Articuno gave me a little bit of trouble, and this method that I'm showing you didn't work 100% of the time, but it ended up being the best method to track him down. Now, what I'm doing is I'm spawning at the snowslide slope at that one location. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this way all the way around, as you'll see here. And basically we're going to get to this little point that's around this bend. Once we get around this bend, you're going to see there's like a very long shot with a lot of trees, and you're just basically going to be cutting all the way down there. And eventually, when we get to that point, you'll be seeing Articuno flying towards you. Now, sometimes he was already there, sometimes he wasn't there at all, but in most cases, when I would take this route, he would always be coming to me. As you can see, he's flying there right now. Now once he's here, there's still actually something else you have to do. It's kind of a little bit of a puzzle, but nothing, too unnecessary. Basically, the Articuno, he's just going to, teleport into 3. I'm sorry, he's going to duplicate into 3, and you're going to see that one of them is going to start doing a dance. And once you figure out which one has the dance, you're going to walk into that one specifically, and once that happens, he basically will teleport right to you next. So you see me running around, and he actually teleports to me instead of duplicating himself. And that's how you get Galarian Articuno. So in any case, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you guys are finding it useful to get the Galarian birds, and I'm sorry if it is a little more difficult at times, but this is the best method that I was able to see. So if you enjoyed the video, of course, please be sure to like and subscribe, and do stay tuned for future content. If you are playing the Crown Tundra, of course, please do enjoy it, and as always, happy gaming!